So much for your time. Welcome.
Thank you to you and obviously your viewers at home.
Now, firstly, before we get into UJ, what do you make of the Wits University's protests, which of course have been leading news bulletins throughout the week?
I think students and society at large are facing challenges because we all know that the income is not going that high, but student demands, and not only student demands, but demands of life in general are forever escalating.
Yeah, and I spoke to Sharona, who's the university spokesperson, saying that part of the reason why the increased fees is due to the high expenses that they have to endure every single year. Is that the case with UJ?
I think it is a case everywhere, and reality is that as costs are escalating, universities are not getting an increase in terms of government subsidy, so that is the reason.
Now, you are doing something about it as the University of Johannesburg, in partnership, of course, with the Gauteng Department of Education. Banyazalisu, if I understand, will be taking part in the future walk, which we'll talk about a little bit later. But how important was it for the university to come up with solutions before, student protests escalate in the institution?
I think as a university, we've realized the need, and amongst ourselves within the university, we sat down and had discussions, and we came up with a number of solutions to our problems. And one of the solutions is the UJ Future Walk, which is going to be an annual event.
Tell me more about it.
The Future Walk is all about society coming together to support the students and students themselves. We're going to have an 8-kilometer run and a 5-kilometer walk, which is open to everyone within society. It costs 175 for the 8 kilometers and 145 for the 5 kilometers. So we're urging society to come and join and walk with UJ for a good cause, because reality is that government alone will not provide solutions, but as members of the community, we need to provide solutions to our own problems.
So I assume that you are doing this, of course, to raise funds to assist students in paying for their tuition fees. How much do you anticipate, the walk to assist in helping with students that can't afford to pay their own tuition fee?
Well, we are hoping and looking at raising about 3 million, and obviously that will come from the entries, and the communities can start texting UJ Future Walk to 40287, which will cost about 20 rands for that SMS. But we are also calling on Business South Africa to donate money to UJ. They can visit our website, which is www.uj.ac.za, and click on an icon, UJ Future Walk, and there they will be able to find our banking details where they can be able to deposit the money. Yeah. So as the UJ community, we're calling upon everyone who's sitting at home to just text UJ Future Walk. You don't have to go anywhere. It will cost you 20 rand, and it is towards a good cause. And the number to text to is 40287.
Now, how big is how serious rather is the issue of student funding at UJ? Is it as big as we see in other institutions like Wits, where, hundreds, if not thousands of students cannot literally afford to pay for their own tuition fee?
I think the challenge is not only a Wits nor UJ challenge, it is a countrywide challenge, and all students are facing the same challenges. Therefore, I would say we need to support each other to ensure that these students get a better future, because ultimately it's about the country and the future generation.
And speaking of that support, Nomsa, how much have you been able to raise as an institution so far to support students?
Well, UJ has raised over 50 million to support students, and we are still continuing to raise money.
Wow. Wow. Now, let's go back to the Future Walk. Who are you expecting to take part? I know you've invited, members of the public, students, anyone interested in supporting, any young person who wants to further their education. But are there any dignitaries that you are expected to participate in the walk?
Well, as you were reading the story, our VC and obviously the MEC of Education, but also Cynthia Chaka is also going to be walking. Bradley Canel, who used to be a Bafana Bafana player and now is a UJ football coach, they are all going to be walking. So everyone, come and have fun with us.
Yeah. And this will be annually, I understand?
Yes, it is going to be an annual event.
All right. Thank you so much. Nomsa Mahlangu from the University of Johannesburg. Thank you so much for your time.